My name is Aryaman Gupta. I am an interventional radiology resident at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. I graduated from Duke University with a bachelor's in science in biomedical engineering and was also awarded summa cum laude. I then came here to Johns Hopkins to complete medical school and hope to be practicing interventional radiology for many years into the future. I've been fortunate to have experience with innovation, education, mentorship, and volunteering throughout all the years of college and medical school. I like to highlight that I am very honored and thankful to have co-founded 3 startup companies between Duke and Johns Hopkins that focus on technologies in interventional specialties such as gastroenterology and urology. I actually worked as a bioengineer between college and medical school, which allowed me to see a different perspective of what life outside medicine would look like. These experiences are actually what solidified my desire to pursue med school while combining my talents and education as a biomedical engineer to hopefully impact patients in the best way I can in the future. Outside innovation, I've also mentored and advised students from 8th grade math to as complicated as medical school advising. Medical school is challenging. No one will tell you differently. But the key is to truly find your own path. And oftentimes where students trip up is they try to copy what someone else has done or what someone before them has done. There's so many different paths to success in med school, and you have to find the one that works best for you. And to do this, it's really best to find a trusted mentor or advisor who can give you honest, direct, and compassionate feedback to help you become the best version of yourself. A quick example is some students love doing Anki to prepare for tests in medical school and board exams. And some students prefer not to. And all of those students turn out to be equally amazing doctors, but they just had to find the right method to succeed in med school for themselves. Medical school consulting is unfortunately something that changes year over year. The admissions process has changed dramatically just in the last few years, and COVID has truly impacted how students apply and are accepted into medical schools. So it's very important to have a consultant or an advisor who's truly up to date with all of the changes happening and can create the best strategy for you. I'm grateful that I got to see what life outside medicine looks like for a little bit. And so having that perspective can really help me ensure that the students I'm working with are choosing to go to med school for the right reasons and are preparing their application in the most unique way that they can to highlight to that school why they would be a good fit. I truly prefer quality over quantity. I want to make sure that we are applying to the best schools for you, crafting an application that is only something that you could prepare or write, in that it showcases every single facet about you that is so impressive and why a medical school would be so lucky to have you as one of their students. I truly believe that my greatest strength is being direct and honest, but also caring. I know that this is a very stressful time for students applying to med school, and it's very complicated. It takes multiple hours, and many of you are doing this while in the middle of exams and trying to finish all your graduation requirements. So I've been there. I know how much work and time this takes. So I respect that. I craft a schedule well in advance with plenty of buffer time built in so that we can stay on track and not be scrambling at the last minute. I've seen firsthand how challenging that can be and how it can really impact students if they wait to the last minute or don't prioritize the right things at the right time. So I love to make sure that we're on the same page as a consultant, advisor, and student, that we're getting the correct task done at the right time. But also when I'm reviewing your application, I'm telling you what my honest and true thoughts are so that we can work as a team together and create the best application we can. Frankly, medical school admission has become incredibly more competitive and complicated with an increasing burden of requirements for students year over year. Even when I applied to medical school, which was not that long ago, it was complex and I required an advisor to help me out. I would not be in the position I am if it weren't for the great mentors and advisors and consultants who helped me along the way, who answered every single question I have, who reviewed every part of my application, who made sure the school I was choosing to go to was going to be the right one for me and set me up for success in the future. So it's really important that I pass on that legacy. The great benefits that were provided to me by these advisors, I want to pass on and help other students who were in the same shoes that I was very recently.